The Obama administration has announced strict new controls on CO2 emissions by power plants going forward in the future. Been a lot of negative reaction to that, naturally enough, from those who have a vested interest in power plants. But our data suggests that in general, the American public is probably more positive than negative about these types of rules. For one thing, we have a trade-off question that we've asked for a number of years now. Which is more important, to favor the environment even at the cost of energy production, or favor energy production even at the cost of the environment? Now, this trade-off has kind of gone back and forth over the years, but when we updated it most recently this spring, we found a preference for the environment over energy production, 51 to 40. As you see there, that's a plus 11 in favor of the environment. Now, this is a change over the last 3 years when we've measured this. The energy production side of this equation has gotten more favor, but now we have the environment back in a plus position. So based on this one measure, we would say the idea that the environment should be favored even over energy production if necessary would seem to be one that the American public would agree with. A couple of other questions that we've trended over the years. We ask Americans if they favor or oppose imposing mandatory controls on carbon dioxide emissions and other greenhouse gases. Clearly, a majority of Americans have consistently favored that, although that's down. We had one point, as you see there, where 3/4 of Americans favored it about 10 years ago. Now that's down to 63%. Still a clear majority, but pulling back a little from favoring that kind of program. Also, a different way of asking it, do you favor higher emission and pollution standards for business and industry? Which, after all, is what's been suggested by the Obama administration, what they've mandated. Again, a clear majority favor that, 65%. Although, again, if you look at this trend line, you see that in front of you, the percent who favor that is actually down some in recent years. So, however you look at it, the majority of Americans favor the idea of stricter controls on pollution by business and industry, although the support may be waning a little from where it's been in previous years. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.